As you may already know, we have a lot of wonderful shops in downtown Summit. What you might not know is how many wonderful merchants we have running them. I'm Emmy Havis, and this is Meet the Merchants. Over the last couple years, I've introduced you to a lot of our downtown merchants. Today, I want to revisit one of our favorite, Bonnie Neiman at Great House, because I want you to get to meet some people who are very, very talented and are just waiting for you to come in so they can help you out. So, Bonnie, it's so glad that I can be here with you today.
I am.
And Bonnie's going to show us how to style a bookcase. I know that many of you have that question. She told me that. That's how I know.
Very true.
And so we thought we'd call on her today to show us how to do it and have it come out look really, really well. Bonnie.
Yes, I'm ready.
What's the secret?
Well,
do you have any start-off secrets?
Well, first of all, it's not as hard as it seems, and you could use a lot of things that you have at home.
Good.
Okay? There's certain elements that I'm sure you can guess. It's a bookcase, so we like to put books on it. Bookends. Good idea. And things that you would expect to find on a bookcase. We need some things of height. We need some things to take up volume. So here we go.
So you've collected a bunch of goodies here.
A bunch of goodies here to show you how easy it is.
Okay.
The more modern way to style a bookcase is to leave the ends empty, so it creates flow around what you're doing.
Go down the center.
Right. So we're going to put these here.
Now, I have a question for you. I have a lot of books at home that aren't as attractive as that. So, I mean, you know, they're novels that I bought.
Perfectly fine.
How about, can I cover them with different papers and
No
stuff?
cover.
What do we do?
A lot of times,
just take the jacket off it?
Always take the jacket off and turn the book to the outside.
Okay.
And we'll
even
show you.
if it's not as beautifully marbled as that?
Yes, even if
Okay.
it's not. And
Okay.
later on, we're going to show you. I think we have some that we did
Oh,
that
okay.
too.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
So now here's a book that's completely falling apart,
Okay.
but it has this
Beautiful.
amazing leather binding.
Yes.
So we're going to use that. Put that here. So we're going to stack some
Okay, so you're gonna
vertically,
use-
some horizontally.
Okay. So you're actually using those like bookends?
Yep. These are new that we have at Great House. They have linen
Very
bindings.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay, so they'll go
Good
there.
neutral color.
Yep, neutrals. This is an amazing old book that probably has been out in the rain.
Yeah.
And which I guess you could try with your own books at home. But see how it creates that wonderful
Yes.
texture?
Yeah. Never would have thought of doing that.
And then a brand new book that somebody painted white, which I guess you could try.
Okay.
And then a vintage marble bookend to keep it all there.
Terrific.
Okay.
Looks good already.
Then next to it, since that's very linear, we're going to put something round and alive. Okay, especially when you use antiques, you want to make sure that you have something fresh around it.
Old and new.
These we sell at Great House. They're artificial, but you can use
So we
one.
don't have to water them.
You don't have to water them, especially when they're on your nice bookcase.
And way up there.
And then this has height, and it also reflects light. See how we have that a little bit far back. Okay, so that's our top shelf.
Okay.
All right, now the
See,
next
I would
thing.
not have thought to put that high after the low. Looks great though.
Yeah, you want,
Yeah.
you know, it's like a story.
Little
go up and
movement
down.
there.
But there's lots of different things that you can. This is a vintage candlestick. See how it has such
Yes,
interest
yes.
and energy to it?
Yes.
So we add that. Then an
this.
original painting
This is beautiful.
on these great iron easels that we have a couple of different heights. Put that here. Let's see. And then what did we put next to that? And then more books.
Great. Now where can you get these old books?
Well, I mean, we sell them, but I'm sure you have old books hanging around. And even like this one, like look at this one.
Doesn't even have the
This could
edge
be
on it.
any textbook that you had in college. Just rip this off
Take it off.
and put it there, or you can even take the books and turn them to the binding
Yes.
out.
I love
You know,
that idea. I
of
like
course.
that idea a lot.
Our college books are not as old as this.
And they don't look as good, right?
Right. But
Now, but here's another thing. I'm just thinking, why couldn't you paint that? Stain it.
you could paint
like
it, but see,
watercolor
this
it.
is a new book. That looks interesting
Yes,
too.
yeah.
You know?
I guess you just have to fool around.
In my house, I had a lot of children's books that I didn't want to get rid of.
Yeah.
And all I did was take the jackets off and turn them backwards. So they're stacked like that.
Perfect.
Yeah, they're neat. All Very nice. And see, black is nice. See how it's tying
Picks
this
that
in?
up. Well, even this picks up this color in here.
Yeah.
Too.
Okay, so now we need something uneven on this shelf. So this ceramic flower sits there.
Great.
Okay?
Puts a little touch
And
of
then on the
green.
bottom, we need to take up some volume. So we're going to put this great big vase here.
It's a beauty.
We put this here or did we put this here? Here, right?
That's where I put it.
Right there.
By the way.
Right, left to right. And then this actually is a collectible Fulper vase.
Beautiful.
So if you have any precious things, this I guess I would put up on something there because we have this big lip.
Yeah.
And then another bookend goes here. And then the rest of the books, whoops, let's not scratch the table. Go next to it here. So see how we left the left and the right side of each shelf?
Yes. I like
Empty?
that.
Yeah.
Didn't push things into the corner.
No.
Very nice.
See? Backwards, brand new books,
Yeah.
old
Old.
books, all mixed together.
Great. That was easy.
Yeah, it was easy, right?
So you could walk around your house and go
You
through your
definitely
cupboards
walk around your
and
house
find things that are
and pull things. You
that are
need
stuck
some.
in the back of the closet.
The elements are you need something that of height.
Mm-hmm.
You need something uneven. You need something to take up volume. This takes up volume. This takes up volume. And you need something that's fresh or something that looks fresh.
Looks fresh. Terrific. Yeah,
So-
great.
and books.
And
Always books.
Yeah. It looks great.
What I did in
Great.
my house too is and you probably have them too, lots of picture frames.
Yes.
Don't scatter them all around the house.
Clump them up.
Put them all together, not on 3 shelves, put them all on 1 shelf.
Okay.
And then put a stack of books next to it.
Okay.
And it just gives a cohesive look to it, so your house is not so pebbly and
Yes.
scattered.
Yes.
And then your guests will walk over to 1 shelf and see all your beautiful.
Yeah, I remember the days when we used to have the round tables and we put
Yes,
the pictures
that's
on
still
it.
you can still do
You
that.
can- yeah, but
or the
I,
piano.
But I like this if you're, on the
Yeah,
piano,
for the
but
piano.
for a different look. To me, that, you want to give a room a new look. I have bookshelves in my living room and I have them at the other end of my dining room. And I very often switch things around like I do in the store because it's amazing how much it gives the room an entirely different look.
Entirely different look and a
Just
fresh look.
depending on what you use. And easy.
And see, there's a cohesion of green here a little
Yes.
bit. But
Yes.
you don't have to get so hung up with the matchiness of it.
No.
When you bring in neutrals, it brings it and softens and makes it pleasing.
It looks great.
So take off all the jackets of your new books.
Okay.
You can stack them.
Rip the edges off them.
Well, you could do
stain
that
the
too.
pages.
Right. So there's
Leave them out in the rain.
Right. Leave them out in the rain or in the garage. Yeah.
Great, great.
think I
Okay,
did all right.
so how about you show us how to do a coffee table?
Sure.
Okay, Bonnie, here we are in one of your lovely living rooms. Bonnie has great living room setups all over this store, so you can really get a good look at how these tables fit in. And so you're going to show us how to style this table.
Great. We're going to style your big old coffee table in the great room. Okay, the first thing you need when you're styling a cocktail table is a tray. So we
Makes
have
sense.
this lucite one. Now, the reason why I'm using lucite, which is modern, is because the tray is really old. So we like contrast, okay? Old and new together makes it look fresh.
Looks great.
Okay, so we have
And
that.
it's a little reflective too, so
Yes.
that makes it interesting.
It has shine,
Yeah.
whereas this is put your feet up,
Yeah.
and play games
Right.
on it and whatnot. The next thing is nice to
Oh, I love
have a
this.
box because pens and things always accumulate.
Remotes, right?
Remotes. Yep.
Perfect.
Open it, and this
Perfect.
is an antique inlaid box that actually
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
is quite collectible. Here again is your uneven
Love it.
piece. Put that on top, and then everybody gets thirsty and whatnot. So we have some glassware. It's vintage glassware. It's not very important glassware. So kids, parents, whatever. And we like the glasses to be on the tray. Okay, so there's no rings on the table. All right, the next thing we're going to add is your books. And we'd love it if you would go around your house and see what books you have. Here we have a pink theme going. You can see I was into
Yeah.
pink today. So this is, of course, Lady Gaga's, the latest. This is a wonderful book that you can look through. Like if you any guests ever sit, just beautiful.
People do that.
Modern botanicals.
Yeah.
You know, when you have people over and they're waiting for you or whatnot. So the thing that's missing here, and what's missing, same as the bookshelf.
Height. We need
She's got it.
high.
See, she's good. So we need some
look at
height.
these.
So these are handmade pottery, okay, in beautiful modern colors, and we're just going to put that there.
Terrific. Great. Now,
And
if
that's
you
it.
had to move the stuff, it's not a big deal
Actually,
to
this I
move.
like this.
Oh, okay.
This
yeah,
goes long
I do
ways,
too.
Okay.
Yeah, isn't that funny?
And then this goes like this. So
Yeah.
this is acting like a piece of art,
Yes.
but it's useful. This is useful. It's important also, so it adds importance to your room. And you want contrast, old and new.
So,
And then we could add a candle too somewhere.
so if you sit down, and you want to put your feet up, this is easy to move. It's not
Yeah,
a big
this
deal.
you would just put on your console then,
Yeah.
if you need to. I mean, you could add, it depends on what you're using your room for.
Yeah.
You know, you could add something else of height, you know?
Yeah, sure.
That's maybe not as artistic.
Yeah.
And then I would add a
It's color,
candle
but
here
still
too.
I like
Yeah.
it.
Has
I like
shine.
it. Yeah.
Old and new.
Absolutely. So, okay, so now I have this table, and I don't know what to do with it. So I come in to see you and your fabulous staff, and I say, here's my table, and here's some of my stuff.
Right, this is what we do.
Tell me how you work that out, because I think you have a great way of helping people. I mean, I hope this is helpful to them.
Yes.
But I want them to know that it's not just, see it, we're done.
No,
bring it all in.
Right, we like you to use the elements that you have in your own home.
Great.
And we like to make you happy doing that. So we walk around the store, we look at a picture of your cocktail table. For instance, if you have a round cocktail table, we're not going to use a round tray on there. Because once again, I like contrast. See how this is round? You need this here. Round, round, uneven.
Yeah.
The contrast here, new and old. That's what creates interest and makes it look not sterile.
Yeah.
Okay, so we look at your picture of your table. If you want to show us things that you have in your house, usually what we do is we pull the table together for you then, and you say to yourself, boy, I have books, I have a vase, I have this. So we have you take a picture of what we've created, then you go home, maybe with some of our elements, maybe not, put it together, text us the picture, and we tell you, move this a little to the right, move it to the left, and people are very, very happy with that interaction.
Could they bring some stuff in that maybe I had a couple things
Yes,
that I really
yes.
wanted
Yep.
on the table,
Yep.
and that was kind of the purpose
Yep.
of doing it. Bring it in, and then you could
And
work
we can
with
style
that.
it. We can style the whole thing out for you. You take a picture. We wrap the items for you. You don't have to purchase them at that time. You take it home. You try it.
See if the hubby likes it.
See if the hubby likes it. Sometimes people like a friend, their opinion. Yeah, but it all works. And it's also functional, not just pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we want. Terrific. Well, this has been great. I hope that this will encourage people to take a look around and come in for your help. And you help with everything else too, Bonnie.
yeah.
I have to say.
Everything.
There's a whole lot of goodies in here that you must take a trip to Summit and take a look at, because you can touch it, you can feel it, you can see the true colors. You're dealing with professionals here. You're not dealing with a customer service person online. And this is what we're all about in Summit, helping you out and making you happy.
Yep.
Right?
Sounds wonderful. Just what we
Bonnie,
do.
thank you so much. I
My
really
pleasure.
appreciate your help today.
Always
the
love
best.
Always love when you come in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next guest is Bob Carroll at John Hiatt. You've met Bob before on our program, and I've stopped by because I have a little project for Bob that involves my husband's suitcase and a weekend away. So let's go in and see what he's got for me. Hi, Bob. How are you today?
Good, Emmy. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too. Okay, so as I talked to you on the phone,
Yep.
I brought my husband's luggage here.
Great.
The thing
Beautiful.
weighs 4
Yeah,
tons.
A beautiful piece.
Don't just sign over. Okay, so you have been kind enough to put this whole wardrobe together for me, and I tell you, it looks fabulous. It's everything here that he would put on immediately, and I think it's just what he needed for this trip for the weekend. Not
Great.
too much, not too little. We can go out to dinner, we can go on the beach.
Yeah.
Looks great.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so let's talk about what you have here.
Sure.
And how, most importantly, on top of all the beautiful clothes and everything, Bob's going to show us how to pack a suitcase. Now, I don't pack for my husband. He's pretty good at that, but I know a lot of my friends do. So I was hoping you could give us some hints
Sure.
on how to make the best of it so when he gets there, he doesn't look like a rumpled old man. You know what I'm saying?
That's the idea. So yeah, when you told me
Okay.
you were doing a weekend away, I brought out some stuff, and hopefully I have covered all the bases.
Looks like it.
Yeah, a couple pairs of shoes, and then things like T-shirts and underwear we sometimes forget. Excuse the packaging, but just for our purposes, I left everything kind of the way it was in the store here. A bathing suit, a great pair of shorts, jeans, and a pair of 5-pocket pants. And then over here, if you're doing a nice dinner out,
Yes,
and
definitely.
a navy blazer, nice pair of dress pants, and who knows, you may even want to he may even want to throw a tie on.
Yeah.
At some point, I put a pocket.
I
square in
love the
pocket.
tie. The tie is
So-
great because we're going down to St. Michael's on the eastern shore of Maryland and big boating on the Chesapeake. So you picked exactly the right tie without me even telling you where we were going.
That's great.
So that's what I mean. Bob is like a step ahead of you here when it comes to men's clothing, to know what you want and know what goes together well.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
where do we start?
As far as packing goes, I always like to give people little tips like
Yeah.
this. Just a great belt that colorful. It goes with most of the sporty stuff here. Roll it up. Put it inside one of the shoes. I mean, that takes up a lot of space. Similar with socks. 2-3 pairs of socks. You may or may not be wearing socks down there, but it doesn't hurt to bring them. You could probably roll up at least 2 pairs, again, inside one of the shoes.
Yeah, it could be chilly.
Yeah, and then over here, another pair of slightly dressier shoes. Again, I have a belt in here. This is a terrific belt from Peter Millar. It's actually reversible. You got black on one
Oh,
side
that's
and brown on the
perfect.
other. So yeah,
Great thing for travel. Anytime.
Yeah, exactly,
Anytime.
exactly.
Business or pleasure.
Exactly, and I even threw a sweater in here. It might get chilly at night. So, as far as packing goes, I usually start with shoes. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but get your shoes in there first. That's kind of a good
On the bottom side.
On the bottom.
So they don't, I often notice when you pick up the suitcase, if you put the heavy things up here, they push everything down.
Exactly.
So shoes at the bottom.
Yes,
Good.
exactly. So, you put both pairs of shoes in there. And then, if stuff can be rolled, roll it.
Aha.
Bathing suit. This is a perfect example of something. Just roll it up. Kind of,
Tuck it in.
even tuck it in there somewhere that you might not think or may not have, you may not think you have the space
Yeah,
for it, but
right,
you
right,
probably
right.
do.
And you could probably stick it down in here when you have pockets and
T-shirts,
stuff.
the same thing. Underwear, again, it's usually not in a package like that, but that can be rolled up easily. The thing I think most men have, the most trouble with is a blazer. And most guys think, if I'm bringing a blazer on vacation or on a business meeting or something, to a business meeting or something like that, I have to use a garment bag. Not true. I learned this a long time ago, and it's really, this is the best way to pack a blazer. You take it like this, and you basically bring it inside out. So you pop the shoulders
Clever.
this way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Give it a
you
little
fold it
shake.
this way, yeah, a little shake. And then you just kind of have it almost completely inside out, and then you just fold it in half. Now, will it have some creases in it? Probably just slight. Best tip I can give, hang it in the bathroom, run the hot shower, have it over on the side on the back of the door or something. Creases will come right out.
Now, I
And there
noticed
go.
you had your pockets where you put it in the
I
pocket.
did. You know what? Because that's an easy thing to forget.
Yes.
So
and
why
it's
not
right
just
there.
why not just put it in there
the
now?
color is right or whatever.
And I just chose a very neutral, just a white with a navy, border that we have here at the store. We actually have them in several different colors, but that's one that'll go with pretty much everything.
Now, where
here.
would you put the tie?
Tie? Oh, another good point. So I left that one shoe open there. You can actually roll a tie
Okay.
up. Yeah, roll a tie up like that. And again,
Nothing's worse than a wrinkled tie.
exactly, like a pair of socks. You
Yeah,
can just
right
pop
there.
it right in one of the shoes. Shoes go in the luggage.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then that's you'll be all set for a weekend away.
Okay, here's my other thing. Now these shirts are great. I love
Yep.
them, and the great thing about them is, lucky for my husband, they're all tissued and everything. So
exactly.
you could put them together like
Heel
that
toe
to
them.
put
That's
them in.
what it's called.
Yeah,
Heel
heel
toe.
toe them. Okay,
Yeah.
that's easy to remember. Now,
Exactly.
if you don't have them folded like this, would you put tissue in there?
Not necessarily.
No, they'll
yeah,
go
I don't
okay
think
by
it's,
themselves?
Yeah. Just try to do
Okay.
as close to a fold. And
Yeah.
the other good tip would be have your dry cleaner. If you're going away and there's certain shirts, you usually get them on hangers, but they'll box them and fold them and box them. They'll do that ahead of time. So that might be a nice option. You know, if you
So
think of
these
it.
are two great shirts.
So,
Both could go casual or with that jacket.
Absolutely.
He'll love them. This is right up his
Yeah,
alley.
yeah. And this
is all Peter Millar.
It
and,
is.
And it's wonderful, wonderful product. And it all is such delicious fabric. And this mix and match here, I mean, we could even stay longer than a weekend if we wanted
Yeah,
to,
exactly.
you know, right? We got enough
another
going
pair of
on
shorts,
here.
khaki maybe.
Yeah.
Something not as.
Yeah, and if we're going to walk on the beach, he's got the shorts, he's got the bathing suit. If it's a
Yeah.
little chilly, you can put the jeans on.
Absolutely.
Terrific,
Yeah.
terrific. So, yeah, I think that works really, really well, and he's going to be so surprised when he opens his suitcase. I'm not going to let him open it till we get there.
Perfect.
So he'll be really, really surprised.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So the other thing I wanted to say too, Bob, is I've noticed that you on Instagram have been absolutely terrific.
Thank you.
Bob's gone film on us, animated Bob on Instagram. So what's your Instagram account?
It's at John Hiatt Clothing. So Instagram at John Hiatt Clothing. And yeah, I just wanted to do something a little bit different than what I was seeing there. I used to do a lot of laydowns and things like that. And then several people actually, including my wife, said, you know, you really are the store. Why don't you be in the, you know, do a video or do, you know, something. So I kind of went one step better. Instead of me just being posed, where I do a little video presentation.
And they're great, and they're very informative, and you should really follow him for sure. And you're on Facebook also, right?
Yeah. Facebook is under my name, Bob Carroll,
yeah.
and there is a John Hiatt Clothing.
So this is just another example of our downtown merchants, store owners, business owners who are intimately involved with what they do and are more than willing, happy to impart their knowledge in their specific areas to not only their products, but helping you like this.
Yeah.
And I know I've heard it through the grapevine that you have helped women, you know, go through the husband's closet and fill in. And you know, I think that's really a big deal to be able to do that. So when you come to Summit, that's the type of service you get. You not only get the person who owns the business helping you, not just somebody ringing up a cash register, and you get the beautiful store where you can touch and feel these delicious fabrics, unlike the computer and shopping online. And you get all this extra knowledge and experience from you being in this business for
30 years.
30 years.
Yeah.
You hardly look like it, Bob, really.
I was 11 when I started.
That's what I always say. I was 12 when I started. So John Hiatt's the place to come if you want to talk about men's clothing. Thanks, Bob. I really appreciate it. You're always a big help on the show.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
You bet. So that's our show for today. Please don't forget to follow Bob and Bonnie on Instagram and Facebook. And please don't forget to come to Downtown Summit and just take a walk around and enjoy all the wonderful restaurants and stores that we have to offer. We'll see you soon.